So this meditation is called The Strong Tree. And in this meditation, we're going to imagine the beauty and the strength of a tree. And we're going to embody this feeling to bring strength and beauty into our own lives. So sitting with an upright posture and placing your feet firmly on the floor and closing your eyes if you feel comfortable to do so. Otherwise, just softening your gaze on the floor in front of you. Allowing your shoulders to relax and your face to relax. And allow your hands to rest gently on your lap. We're going to start the meditation by bringing our attention to the breath, focusing purely on the breath. Noticing the sensations that the breath brings with it. So where do we feel the breath the most? And maybe we feel the breath the most inside the nostrils, or it might be at the back of the throat or the stomach area. Just wherever you feel that breath moving in your body, just focusing on that for a moment. And now I'm going to invite you to take 3 purposefully deep breaths. And on the in-breath, we're going to follow the breath as it enters the lungs, inflating the lungs to full capacity. And on the out-breath, we're going to follow the journey of the breath out of the body and notice how it leaves the lungs deflated, ready for being inflated again. Just keeping our focus of attention on the journey of these 3 breaths as we slowly take them. And when we've taken our 3 deep breaths, just returning the breath to its normal pattern and focusing again on the sensations that the breath brings. Now focusing our attention on the body sitting here in the chair. Noticing what it feels like for the body to be supported by the chair. The sitting bones relaxing into the curves of the chair, following the chair's shape. The contact of the chair with the body. Noticing any pressure areas, perhaps around the buttock area or the upper thighs, where the body's placing all its weight in the chair on these areas. Or perhaps there's a sensation of the whole body moving in the chair just slightly when we're breathing. Whatever's there for you right now, just noticing this and bringing your awareness to this. And now bring into mind a big strong tree. This might be a tree that you're familiar with. Perhaps it's in the park that you visit, or it might be on your street. It might be in your garden, or at a special place somewhere. Or it might be one that you create inside your imagination, your mind's eye. Let's just start by noticing how large the tree is. The sheer size of it's overwhelming. And in your mind's eye, starting to notice every detail of the tree. How the roots are firmly fixed into the ground. The part of the tree we're not able to see, but knowing that the roots are there nevertheless, spreading under the ground in order to collect nourishment and to anchor the tree to the earth beneath. And bringing our mind's eye now to the trunk of the tree, the stem of the tree, the main wooden axis? Is the trunk straight, or does it have a twist in it? Does the trunk split near the top? Just picturing this in detail, just how the tree appears. How does the bark on the trunk appear, the outer part of the trunk? Is it smooth, or is it rough? Does it have some scarring on the bark? Marks which tell a story? And now focusing on the top part of the tree where the leaves are. Does the tree have large leaves or small leaves? Does the tree flower during the year, or does it produce nuts or seeds? In the spring, fresh buds appear on the tree, gradually opening up, until in summertime the leaves and flowers are in full bloom, so it can soak up all the sun and make an abundance of food for the tree. The tree stands proud, aware of its beauty, shining in luxurious deep green leaves over whatever is beneath it. And as we move through the seasons from summertime to autumn, the leaves change from the deepest of green to a beautiful red, until the leaves finally turn brown and fall off the tree, ready for new buds to appear. It's important to know that whilst the tree stands in all its beauty, a lot of the tree that is the most important is invisible to the eye. The roots that grow underground we can't see, but without the roots the tree would not stand upright or be able to collect the nourishment in order to survive. Under the bark of the tree, there are layer upon layer of cells that play an important part in carrying food made in the leaves to the rest of the tree. The layers of cells that help carry food to all parts of the tree. The part of the trunk that is not visible to the eye because the bark is protecting it from harm. If these cells are damaged, the tree will no longer receive food, causing the tree to be deprived of nourishment. And when the tree sheds its leaves, it knows in order for it to function properly, it needs vital rest. It's stored up its food, and this is the time it takes for itself to build up all its energy, ready for springtime again, when it can start to grow again, producing new leaves. When looking at the tree, we can appreciate its sheer beauty. Knowing that the inside of a tree does a lot of the work, we can also appreciate how precious the inside is too. We can reflect trees in our own body, if only we allow ourselves to do so. We often stand tall, rooted to the ground and appearing strong. We too have an outer protective layer like the tree, our skin. Some of us wear more character lines than others. Inside our body is what needs to be protected the most, the bits we can't see. Just like with a tree, we need the roots to stand tall. And just like the tree, we need the inside of the trunk in order for us to receive the goodness in our lives. And just like the tree, we need to rest and care for ourselves at times. We sometimes need to shed old leaves, and we require new buds in order to begin again and bring new beginnings to our life. As long as we continue to care for our well-being, or what is on the inside, we will continue to stand proud, just like the tree in our mind's eye. Look at the beauty of the tree. When we look closely at the tree, we can see the tree has scars. Notice the trunk. It probably isn't perfect. Now notice our own beauty. We shouldn't be looking for perfection. we should start to see our beautiful traits like we can in the tree. Let's start to appreciate this body that we have, which does all the work it should in order to keep us alive. And let's appreciate our beautiful body. Let's see that we are taking time out for our well-being and thank ourselves for that. Let's begin to notice some of the great achievements that we do and start to feel proud. And let's begin to notice our kindness to others, and let's try to bring some of that kindness towards our lovely selves. So just for a moment, we're going to reflect on our inner beauty. And if the mind wanders, we can bring the mind back to the practice gently and carefully while we reflect on our inner beauty. And now it's time to say goodbye to the beautiful tree. Let's take this reflection and this kindness to ourselves and to the rest of the day. Let's bring our focus back to the breath, the sensations the breath brings. Just noticing in the body where you feel the breath the most. In the nostrils or in the throat, the chest, the stomach, or anywhere else. Just noticing where you feel the breath the most. And now bringing our attention back to the body in the chair. Noticing the sensations the body's feeling while resting in the chair. And as we end this meditation, just focusing now on our feet placed firmly on the floor, providing a secure grounding for us as we gently and carefully open our eyes.